Good evening, everybody. Hi.
Hi.
Are we happy?
Yes.
I am happy. I feel honored that you could take time to be with us tonight to support the vision, Vessels of Virtue. I don't take it lightly. Thank you. Thank you all. Why Vessels? Why Virtue? Why my sister's keeper? Why Beautiful Asians? Well, I'll start with my own personal story. I came to South Africa 2007 initially. I'm Zimbabwean, proudly so. I'm an African with a global mindset. I came and I suffered a lot. I found myself stranded. I found myself hopeless. I found myself without a place to stay. And as a young woman, the easiest thing I could have done was to fall into prostitution. But I would like to assure you that that didn't happen. Why? Because there were sisters keepers around me all the time. And I feel like every time when I'm about to make a mess, there's always a woman who holds my hand all the time. So I just want to start by appreciating every single woman who is in this room as we celebrate Women's Month. Can we just give a round of applause? There are a lot of women I go to and I sit and consult. Why? Because my parents died when I was very young. Some of the things I've had to learn way too late, but again, God's time is always perfect. It's never too late to learn. I have my mother here. She has time for me, even when she doesn't have time, because she's got a very demanding job. Thank you. It means a lot to me. I have so many sisters here tonight who are here who have got time for me for days. And I would like to thank you. So when I found myself stuck without a plan, I'm a believer. I'm a Christian. To embark on was empowering every other young woman that I find, and I try to empower them in whatever way I can. So I started the cleaning company, Elohim Cleaners, and that was almost 9 years ago. And I started it, I wasn't an entrepreneur. I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. So I've evolved as a person, personally, and as a business. So Elohim Cleaners does commercial, residential, and industrial cleaning services. And we are also moving into manufacturing. So the women that I meet on a day-to-day basis, I've realized that there's so much I can do with them in terms of empowering them. Hence, Vessels of Virtue. Our core focus is training and development. So we train the women that we encounter and we develop them. And our core focus is training them holistically, because we've realized that it doesn't make sense to train a person one area and the other area is missing. So we try as much as we can. We are now embarking on projects where we collaborate with other people that have got it all figured out already, and we kind of like learn and glean from what they are doing already. So as an organization, we are growing. Our core focus has been SADC. I've interacted with women from Zimbabwe, from Lesotho, from Malawi, from South Africa. I've interacted with women from Kenya, from Zambia. I've had the privilege of meeting them all. And every time when I work with them, it's women who are broken somehow. And hence, the Sisters Keeper element keeps coming, that I hold your hand as you hold mine. And together, we make this world a better place for each one of us. So some of the few things I prepared tonight is based on the book of Isaiah 61, verse 3. Why? Because I've realized that we all have something that we hold dear to, right? We all have something that keeps us sane. Some, they have wine. Some, they believe in other things. I believe in God. In my sanity, crazy moments, God keeps me calm. So my organization, yes, I also believe in God, and I center what I do in those precepts. So I themed this event Beauty for Ashes, based on Isaiah 61, verse 3. And it says, to grant consolation and joy to those who mourn in Zion, to give them an ornament, a garland, a diadem, a beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, the garment expressive of praise instead of a heavy burden and falling apart, that they may be called ox of righteousness, loved, strong, and magnificent, distinguished for uprightness, justice, and right standing with God, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified. I have realized that in so many times, I'm not yet that old, but in my own years that I am in now, there's always, we kind of like are scared of challenges as a people, but oftentimes we grow in the challenges. And so that's why I feel that Beauty for Ashes makes sense for me, because you always find more purpose when you are able to identify with the ashes. I don't know if it makes sense. Whenever there are challenges, they push us to a greater strength and a greater level of us that we never could have even fathomed in a most comfortable zone. So in my situation, you'd have thought that maybe being a prostitute would make sense, but it didn't, because then I would be trading a part of me that I don't want to. So in that midst of finding that challenge, I found a purpose, right, that makes sense to me, that I can speak to other women that are down and under, and they can identify. If they come to me broken and they are young girls and they are telling me, I have no rent, I can identify. And then I can be able to help them to do something better with themselves. Hence, Beauty for Ashes. So oftentimes when challenges are thrown at us, how do we perceive them? How do we take them? And also with an understanding that we are not the first ones to have a challenge. And sometimes someone already has gone ahead of us and has already overcome a certain challenge that we are struggling with. So a sister's keeper can then guide you and walk with you through it until you are victorious. I know that I'm not the first orphan. I know for a fact that even in the Bible, there was an orphan called Esther. There are a lot of other people, but there are also many that have also gone ahead of me. And if I feel stuck, if I feel stranded, I know there's a cloud of witnesses that can identify with any particular situation I found myself at. And for me, it's very easy to say, praise God. To get beauty for ashes, something must burn, right? To get strength for pain, something must hurt. For me to hold all your tears, you must cry. To turn the dark into light, you have to face a black night. But I promise you, in the end, I'll make all things new. I'll say that again. To get beauty for ashes, something must burn. To get beauty for ashes, something must burn. For us to have ashes, something would have burned. And sometimes it's our personalities, it's our characters that hinders us from going to the next level. So the burning might actually be a processing to keep making us better and better and better people that are relevant to others. The second one, if one is lucky, a solitary funders can totally transform 1 million realities, right? If it's so embedded in me, if it's so true in me, if I have found purpose within myself, then that fantasy, when it's unearthed, it is able to transform a lot of other people around me. When I unearth the secret things that are within me, that are processed, usually through pain, through challenges, then I can be able to make a light bulb to everyone else around me. That's Maya Angelou. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. And I know tonight there are a lot of other people who have different challenges, and I know they are different from mine. But I know that if it didn't break us, we are stronger than yesterday. So we look at challenges with so much confidence that they keep making us stronger. As we rise up, we are better, we are stronger, we are more wiser, we are more confident, we are more bolder. All things of grace and beauty, such that one holds them to one's heart, have a common provenance in pain. They are birth in grief and ashes. All things of grace and beauty, such that one holds them to one's heart, have a common provenance in pain. They are birth in grief and ashes. But I want to assure you that I'm not saying that pain or challenges is a good thing. I'm just trying to say that whenever pain and challenge comes through, maybe we can have a positive attitude around it. Maybe we can be able to unearth something around it if we dig deep within. And as I said earlier, I'm a Christian, right? There's a verse that says that the Lord doesn't give us something that we cannot be able to contain or carry. When that challenge comes, God has already trusted us enough, and He knows for sure that we are able to overcome the obstacle. And as we unravel ourselves in that pain, there is purpose that is usually birthed. Purpose is usually birthed in pain. You unravel it, you unravel it, you unravel it, and before you know it, purpose is birthed. In order to rise from its own ashes, a phoenix must first burn. It must first burn. A phoenix must first burn. Don't confuse your path with your destination. Just because it's stormy now doesn't mean that you aren't headed for sunshine. So I want to encourage the people that are here. So many have made my path easier. So many women have made my path easier. I live in a foreign land. I live in a land that defies everything that I stand for. You know, sometimes when I go home, I even forget that my ID can actually work in my favor. Because here I'm constantly told your ID, you don't have an ID. I have a business permit, but that's constantly in my face. And when I go home, it's like, wow, oh, okay, so my ID number works all of a sudden. So I lived in an environment that could have defiled me, that could have stood between me and where I'm supposed to be. But I want to assure you that there have been amazing, amazing women that have gone out of their way to make the journey easier. So beauty for ashes. I believe that there are a lot of other women that are around us, that we can assist, that we can hold their hands, that we can help and make their lives better. And even if it's one life, you know, I've experienced a life of plenty. I've also experienced a life without. But every time when I make a difference in someone's life, I feel more fulfilled, I feel more happier, I feel more content. So there must be something about humanity, love, and embracing others that is more meaningful than money. I know money makes life easier, money makes a lot of things easier, but whenever a human need is met, it's more fulfilling, it's more rewarding. So I want to encourage us today. Maybe the reason why we are here today is actually to partner in different things that we do so that we can continue to make the journey of this life easier for people that we meet on a day-to-day basis. It's never about competition. It's about unity and love. It's about elevating the next person. It's about empowering the next person that comes our way. Maybe it's about just saying a little prayer that things can be better with them. You never know. So as we celebrate Women's Month, let's just try and love people that we meet one way or the other. I'm a product of that, and I'm sure so are you. Someone loved you enough and put you with them and made such a huge difference. So without wasting so much time, once again, I am grateful that you came. I'm grateful that you are here. Thank you.